to Grandpa's time. Hey grandkids. So in a lot of my videos I've been using a ferro rod, and a lot of people might say, well, why don't you just use a lighter? And that's great. I mean, lighter gives you instant flame. Ferro rod, it's just a spark, and you need to make really fine tinder in order to get a flame going, and that can be really difficult when it's wet. So I'm going to show you a little example of one of the reasons right here. So now that I've shown you that, yeah, when your lighter gets wet, it's not gonna light, but you can still get a spark off of this. Now, one of the disadvantages to these, well, not necessarily a disadvantage, but you either have to have the striker that a lot of them come with, or you can use the back of your knife, or maybe a rock would work. You have to get something to strike a spark to it, so it's better to keep it together. A lighter, it's got the flints inside, fluid. This, I mean, I've got a couple of these, but I mean, you'd be hard pressed to use this up unless you were just practicing a lot. This, maybe you can see, but it's already half out of fluid. So it's going to run out eventually, and they get wet. So I carry both. I have this little bag with a pack of matches and a couple of lighters and a ferro rod, and then I've got the fire starting sticks that I did a video on here recently, and I also have cotton balls that I mashed a bunch of Vaseline into. So I've got several different ways of starting a fire when I go out in the woods, because I don't want to rely on one. They're both good for different reasons. So I hope this helps clear that up a little bit, and why I use a ferro rod sometimes, or I'll just use a lighter sometimes. They're both tools. It's good to have both. Redundancy in your gear is always a good thing anyway, and I don't ever want to be without a fire if I need to make one. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, call Grandpa up, or leave a question in the comments if you're not one of my grandkids. Okay, thanks.
Whoops. Handle.